Manchester United 4, Everton 0. Job done. Amorim gets his first win in the Premier League. And yeah, good performance, man. Good performance. I mean, it started off a little bit ropey, I won't lie. It looked like Everton wanted it a little bit more. We were resorting to long balls over the top constantly. But we grew into the game, and that's all that matters. Again, like, I love what Amorim says at the end of the game. Obviously, there's like no players FC here. Obviously, that can change as things go on, and it is fresh, it's early days, but I love at the end of the game where he's saying, we've won 4-0, fair enough, yeah, the result is what matters, but the performance still wasn't great. He said our performance wasn't great, and I thought we played quite well, to be fair, but that just shows the standards he has. I'm used to seeing performances like that, 4-0, yes, we've won a game, and I'm used to thinking, yes, this is it, this is how we want to play, this is the football I want to see. I think that was a good performance. But Amorim, he begs to differ, doesn't he? He doesn't think it was as good as what it made out to be. But anyway, we'll talk about the performance as a whole later. Let's talk about individual performances, because Ammad, well done, sir. Well done. Well done, man. Man of the match for me today, Ammad. And yes, Rashford scored 2, Zirkzee scored 2. But Ammad was everywhere. He did everything. Everything. Him off that right-hand side, it's a cheat code, man. It's a cheat code. It's not even just him at wing-back. He sort of plays a bit more advanced forward as well. Like, he doesn't just play in that right wing-back role. He does get forward. And what I like about Ammad today is obviously his desire to win the ball. We know how excellent he is on the ball. We can beat a man. His passing's unbelievable. His first touch is unbelievable. The skills he can bring out in tight situations, tight areas are unbelievable. So Ammad, for me at the minute, is probably one of Amorim's most important players, a player we can rely on, because we don't obviously have... He obviously wants to play a winger on that side as a right wing back. We've seen him do it with Ammad and Anthony. They're the only two players who have played in that position so far. So we know how important Ammad actually is to Manchester United and to Ruben Amorim in this system. He's a utility player, but he's much more than that as well. Like, he can be so much more than that. But for now, opposite, he's playing in that right wing back role. Whether he likes playing there or not, I don't know. I presume he will. He's playing 90-minute matches. He's getting the minutes that he didn't get under Erik ten Hag, so I'm sure he'll be buzzing about it. And it's not like he's not chipping in with goals and assists either. Like, he's on fire under Ruben Amorim. I mean, again today, I want to talk about him now. I'm just going to talk about him now. Forget it. I'm going to talk about him now. For Zirkzee's first goal, the desire for him to win that ball back is immaculate. It's absolutely immaculate. Like, Branthwaite's got it. He's just nicked it off Branthwaite, and again, Bruno's obviously taken it in his stride and played it to Zirkzee. But Ammad nicking that ball off Branthwaite has sort of set us up for a goal there easily, and he does it again in the second half for Rashford's goal. Nicks it off the man. And then we go and score very early in the second half. And he did it a few more times where we didn't score as well in that game. So Ammad, his desire to win the ball back, his positional play is unbelievable. And the way he just glides with the ball is so good to see. I think he was unlucky to not get a penalty at the end as well. I've not seen it back a lot. But from first glances and the replays they shown, I thought that was a penalty. But again, it didn't get given. I don't know why. Maybe they're 4-0 down. I mean, they shouldn't be doing this VAR. But I just thought, United are 4-0 up. We're not going to give it because there's only like 30 seconds, a minute left. So, but I thought it was a penalty. I did think it was a penalty. But we move on. Ammad, give yourself a pat on the back because you were unbelievable. Marcus Rashford, Sir Marcus Rashford, MBE, OBE, whatever you want to call him. I don't even know what the term is. I'm not going to lie. Is back amongst the goals. Now, I've seen a lot of queries going around, including one being to do with his relationship status, which, hey, I don't mind. If he's in a relationship and it's going to make him play better and go back to the Rashford we had under Erik ten Hag in his first season, hey man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's entirely to do with it, let's be honest. But again, Rashford's another player cooking under Ruben Amorim, isn't he? He's sort of playing in those key, because I think today the only way Rashford was going to start and do well in this game was off that right hand side, because I envisioned Bruno playing sort of one of the roles, and I envisioned Zirkzee playing. I did envision Zirkzee starting to give Højlund the rest ahead of Arsenal coming up in the week, and And that was the only way Rashford was going to play. And he played there, and he played amazing. Well, not amazing, but he had a great game. He had a great game. It's good to see Marcus Rashford chipping in with 2 goals. Obviously, the first one from a corner, Bruno Fernandes with a beautifully weighted corner onto a Rashford half volley/volley. Big deflection off Brandway, was at fault for 2 goals today. And then Rashford's second one, again, vintage Rashford, through on goal. At first I thought he was just going to lash it across goal into the far corner, but he sort of goes for the near post. Maybe he was trying to go for the far corner, but it comes off the underside of Pickford through his legs and goes in. And Marcus Rashford getting in those key areas made it immaculate. A very good game from Rashford today. He certainly helped with the result. He certainly helped other players on the pitch, in particular Zirkzee, who also got 2 goals. That's the best game I've seen of Zirkzee, understandably so. Obviously, he scored 2 goals. Both goals he should be scoring as a striker, but he took them really well. But it was more his link-up play, Zirkzee, today. Because the thing is with Zirkzee, I've been saying this since he joined United and since I've seen him play for Manchester United. He runs incredibly slow. But what I saw yesterday is like he wasn't running dead slow. Like, he sort of had a bit more pace about him. Whether that's him just adapting to the Premier League or not, I don't know, because obviously he was playing in Italy, a lot slower league, so he did need to adapt, and I think he did yesterday. I think that's the best we've seen of Zirkzee. Invest in your stocks, or keep your stocks in Joshua Zirkzee, because I think he is going to be a key player for us, whether it is as a central striker or more of as like a centre forward position. But Zirkzee had a great game. Like, his passing was really good yesterday. I'll tell you that's one thing I noticed. Joshua Zirkzee's passing was immaculate yesterday. I've said immaculate 17 times in this video, I know, but I always do that, don't I? I always get one word that I say at the start of a video, and I just keep saying it. I do apologise for that. But yeah, Joshua Zirkzee's passing, yeah, very, very nice. He was involved, like, again, it could have been a lot more than 4. Some of the passes he made, I remember making, like, he was looking this way towards his own goal, and Onana in the defence. The ball's come into him, and he's just, without even hesitating, took a touch, played it with his right foot, and sent Ammad through on goal, which, again, we probably should have scored from that, and he would have walked away with an assist as well. But Zirkzee's definitely going to be happy with that performance. Whether he starts against Arsenal, I don't know. I don't think he will. I think he'll go for Højlund. But it's good when you've got 2 strikers fit and firing, isn't it? Both coming off the back of scoring 2 goals in a game, respectively. So yeah, it's good to see. Zirkzee's link-up play was very good. So invest in your stocks, man. I think he's going to be a great player for Manchester United. And yeah, overall, a brilliant performance. Obviously, we've got Martinez and Mainoo's first start under Amorim. They're both going to miss the Arsenal game, however, due to yellow cards. Too many yellow cards accumulated, so they will be missing that game, which, again, sad to see, because we could have done with Mainoo in that game, and we definitely could have done with Martinez as well. So it'll be interesting to see who plays. I can see Luke Shaw coming in as a left centre-back. I think Casemiro and Ugarte will complement each other in the midfield, is what I'm going to go for, unless he wants to play Bruno a bit further back and fit Mason Mount in there somewhere. It'll be interesting to see Ruben Amorim's team selection come Wednesday night, because could go either way. This is the thing about Amorim, you've got to get used to it, right? I think yesterday as well, he brought De Ligt and he brought Mazraoui off on 55 minutes, and I think he's been doing a lot of subs and a lot of changes around the 55th minute mark. So maybe that's something to see. Maybe you're not going to get an hour out of certain players, maybe just shy of an hour, and sort of rotating the team. Again, he's still getting used to his players, isn't he? I'm sure he's probably not happy with a lot of the players he has to use, but when he gets his structure in there, when he gets his obviously his chance in the transfer market to improve the team, I think we'll see Ruben Amorim and Manchester United thrive. But 4-0 win, I'm happy. Are you happy? Let me know down below.